Good evening and thank you for watching. Today I would like to talk to you about my views on the trade deficit. The trade deficit is largely misunderstood, and to have a real conversation on trade, I would like to reference some real numbers. In the pop-up below, you will find the location where you can find this data on your own so you can judge for yourself what's going on with the trade deficit. First off, the trade deficit says just as much about our dependence on foreign fuel as it does about the state of our economy. The most recent data available from the Foreign Trade Division of the U.S. Census Bureau pinpoints our trade deficit in goods and services at $32 billion so far this year. In that same time period, we have imported nearly $143 billion in foreign fuel. As you can see, the United States would be running a significant trade surplus if we could do more to reduce our dependence on foreign fuel. We also have to realize that the U.S. has become largely a service-based economy. This is just the nature of our economic evolution and the policy choices of past administrations. What this means is that one of our largest exports is services, be they financial, healthcare related, educational, or otherwise. The federal government has not established a reliable way to track the global trade of services, meaning we are not getting an absolutely accurate picture of our position in the global economy. Having stated all this, the deficit is still a huge problem, and if we don't focus on the deficit and increase our ability to export goods and services over the long term, our ability to compete on a global scale will be diminished. With that said, now more than ever, government should be focused on assisting companies in exporting our goods and services. We need tariff-free access to foreign markets. We need the ability to export our goods and services to countries where they will have a competitive advantage. This goes especially for people in Massachusetts, being that Massachusetts is the fourth highest in the 50 states in manufacturing-related jobs as they pertain to exports. We have an abundance of innovative, high-value products and services that do very, very well in overseas markets. Through NAFTA and CAFTA and other free trade agreements, we have free trade access to many countries. But as government has become distracted by other issues, it has left other agreements sitting idly on the table. Korea and Colombia are just two examples of markets which we are on the verge of having free trade, but it never happened. Now, one of the most important things we need to discuss is the difference between the opening of free trade and American jobs going overseas. There's a misnomer that our jobs go overseas because of free trade. While this may be true in a very small number of cases, the net benefit of free trade to the U.S. economy is clear. When foreign markets open for American firms, our firms compete. They increase sales and in turn increase jobs right here at home. The reality is the majority of U.S. jobs being offshored is a result of cheap labor overseas. We cannot control the wage level of other countries, and as long as we have a minimum wage, there will be another country who will undercut our workforce. That is why our jobs go overseas. In truth, this will continue to happen until other countries have the same wage rates we do, although there are ideas that could assist us in keeping jobs here. One example would be tax incentives given to companies who keep exportable jobs right here. While this would have an impact, it would not solve the problem. That's just one simple idea. In any case, back to the deficit. Massachusetts has been hit hard by the offshoring of manufacturing. We've seen textiles and footwear go offshore. But that doesn't mean that we have not remained competitive. Reebok, New Balance, among other world leaders in manufacturing, still have their knowledge base right here. We still do the design, we still house the corporate headquarters that employs thousands, and the profits still return right here to Massachusetts. There are also companies who have outsourced part of their manufacturing to other countries, but do higher level design and assembly right here. Or they import semi-finished materials from other countries, but do final construction here. They are able to stay competitive because they are able to keep their intellectual capital here, yet understand how to take advantage of sourcing specific tasks from other markets. The problem is we need more of these types of companies here. More companies located here, innovating here, hiring here, bringing the lion's share of the profits back to the state and fueling other sectors. When money flows into the state from other countries or even other states, every sector benefits and more jobs become available. In short, Massachusetts and the nation need to continue to foster these knowledge-based jobs to remain a leader in innovation. We need to increase our exports, both as a state and as a country. We need to keep companies here and incent businesses to keep jobs here. Free trade is a solution to both deficit reduction and economic development. Together, we can get government to focus back on getting our country back on track. Thank you for listening. The most powerful tool in making decisions about the problems facing the nation today is knowledge. For more information on the trade and the deficit, please see the following website.